This is a reminder Class Connect sessions are recorded and distributed for learning purposes that are listed here. As always, be respectful, appropriate, and participate. But please don't share personal information like contact info in the chat box for your own security reasons. So we should have our ticket open. The link is in the chat box as well as the password is there for you as well. Just like always, it's always in the chat box. So please give me a green check if you have that open and ready to go. So still waiting on Annalise, Ciara, Dalen, Destiny, you guys as well, Edgar, Eric, Gabe, Jackie, green checks please, Jasmine, Jeremy, Kim, and Melissa, Stephen, Ty, and Zoe. Oh, green checks. If we have our attendance ticket open, good to go. Hi, Adrian. Welcome to class. Go ahead, get your ticket open. I will put it in the chat box for you. Looking good. Thank you, guys. All right. So, as always, here's my contact information. Here is the reminder that you do get 5 attempts on every assignment. So I will be grading the lab reports. If you find that you don't do well on the lab report the first time around, you should definitely retake it. Again, this lab report is currently the only lab in our 25% of our grade lab group category. So currently it means that the lab is going to be worth 25% of your grade. As we add more labs, each lab will eventually only be worth 5%. But for now, because of how weighted grades work, it counts as the entire 25% category. Smiley face if that makes sense. I'll show you a picture of that on the next page as well, but super important that we do well on our first lab. Okay, that's the main gist here. Make sure you do well on your first lab. Cool, so today we do have a Unit 1 game day, so if you're new, you guys get to have lots of fun with us today because today is an extra credit day. So as long as we participate in the game for today, you get extra credit, and you don't even have to get everything correct, you just have to do your best, okay? So again, here's what I was talking about, right? It's impossible to pass if you're not doing your labs and your quizzes. And we did our one lab. Now, eventually, each lab will only be worth 5%, but that happens as you add more and more labs. Currently, we only have a single lab, and so that means that that single lab is actually taking up the entire 25% group. So currently, that means that one lab is counting for a fourth of your grade. So really important that you get that first lab done just so that you don't see your grade drop by 25% when I enter zeros tomorrow. I'll finish grading them tomorrow. Okay, once more, smiley face if that makes sense. Make sure you do your lab report. If you haven't done it already, please, please, please get it done. I do give you all the answers, so it's super easy as long as you watch the video and do that. If you have any issues, come to support this afternoon. I would be glad to help you one-on-one in support. And don't forget, make sure you do your Star 360. Zeros will be going in for this on Friday. So if you don't want to see your grade drop, get it done before Friday rather than after. Okay, so this unit we talked about the classification of matter, nature of energy, and viscosity, which is a physical property that we took a look at in a lab. And in that lab, we took a look at observing the world around us. We made a question, we made a hypothesis, we did an experiment, and then we analyzed the data and figured out whether or not our hypothesis was correct. So that's everything that we did, and it's only, what, day 5 of the class, guys. So we've definitely gone through a lot so far. So here's what's going to happen. A lot of you are already familiar with this, but for new students, here's what we are going to do right now. We are going to be playing a review game. So what you need to do is you either need to go to kahoot.it on your phone browser, or you can do it on your computer browser. There is also an app that you can download, the Kahoot app, so you can play that way as well, but you might want to, for now, do it through the browser because that might be faster than waiting for the app to download. I don't know, though. You might have good Wi-Fi. Yeah, exactly, Clayton. When I give you the game pin, please don't ask me for it right now because I haven't given it to you yet, but when I give you your game pin, you are going to enter the game pin where it asks for it, and then it's going to ask you for your name. Now this is really important. Again, this is just the first time we're playing it with new students, so this is why I'm warning you again. You have to really make sure that you put in your real name. So please put in your first name and the last initial of your, or sorry, your initial of your last name. Okay, smiley faces if that's it makes sense. Don't put your entire last name because again, we can't share personal information like first and last names in the recording. So just your first name, just the initial of your last name, okay? Single initial, not your full last name. And obviously don't put anything inappropriate or nasty in for your name because you'll get removed and then you'll have to be referred to administration, and I don't want to deal with that and you don't want to deal with that. So just, you know, be good, play normally, okay? And then from there, you should be ready to play. Now, again, I do give extra credit for this, and I give extra credit as long as you answer all the questions, okay? Or most of the questions. I understand if you miss one or two of them because it goes by too quickly, but answer most of the questions, all right? And you'll get extra credit as long as you just participate, right? So again, in the chat box, does it matter whether or not you get them right or wrong? In order to get your extra credit, does it matter if you get them right or wrong? No, not at all. We're just going to do our best, and this is a review for us. So we'll go over whether or not we got it correct, and we'll make sure that it makes sense, okay? The one other caveat that I do want to say is if for some reason you're having any trouble with the game on your phone or browser, I can open up a private chat for you, and you can play in the private chat. Okay, just realize you won't really get points, you won't really be able to do the actual competing part. Okay, so, but that's totally fine. If something isn't working, just let me know and I will open up a private chat for you and you can play in the private chat. Okay, any questions? Are there any questions? Thumbs up if we feel good, thumbs down if we are confused. Looking good. Awesome. And the one last thing I do want to say is obviously you guys are all in the live class, but I am recording this, so I do need to add this for the recording. Extra credit for game days is only earned if you actually attend the live class because it's a game that we play together. So unfortunately, there are no exceptions, even if you're like at a doctor's appointment or even if you are like, you know, sick or something or you have work or something. Unfortunately, there's just no exceptions because it's a game. And you can't play the game with us if you're not here, okay? And the only reason that there's no exceptions for this one time is because this is extra credit and not actually a mandatory grade. Yes, you do, Annalise. Okay, so that being said, guys, this is number 1 in your attendance ticket. Go ahead and give me a green check once you have this saved. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to fill in the blanks with the 2 red boxed words. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get our Kahoots set up. So go ahead and get started, get that done. All right, still waiting on a bunch of green checks so that we can start playing our game. So I need green checks letting me know that you have your, sorry, just waiting for this to load, that you have filled out the 2 blanks here for number 1 in your attendance ticket. Again, just fill in exactly what you see in the red boxes. Looking good. All right, cool. Just waiting on a few more. So Andres, Andrew, and Annalise, Ciara, Ariana, let me go ahead and give you the ticket for today. Here you go. And no worries, no worries. Yeah, just take a picture of this if you need to, Ariana, and just make sure you save the password. That way you can do it a little bit later, okay? Ciara, Destiny, thank you, Destiny. Eric, Gabe, green checks, Jasmine, Johnny, Josh, Melissa, Siva, Stephen, Ty, and Zoe O. Green checks all around, please. And I'm going to go ahead and start our game now. So let me go ahead. I'm putting this on the whiteboard for you. And your pin today is going to be, let's see here, get this on the whiteboard, 278898. 278898. Go ahead and get that started. Put your pin in. Again, you need to put in your first name plus the initial of your last name, okay? No full last names, please. Just first name and last initial. Looking good. Awesome. That's exactly what I need to see. Looks beautiful so far. Thank you. Little sunflower. I like it. Looking good. Again, if there's anyone else that this is not working for, please let me know. I'll open up a private chat for you so you can still get your extra credit for today. Want to make sure everybody gets their extra credit today. No worries. You can always get back to it by double-clicking on my name, Annalise. So just so you know, tip for the future. Got some fall flowers here. Love it. All right, I got about 23 players so far. I'm going to wait till we have about 30 of you guys at least because I know there's 40 of you in here. You can still join as we play. Obviously, though, if you wait until the very end to log in, you won't get extra credit. You have to, you know, play for most of the game. All right? Cool. Just waiting on a few more people get in there. Get your names up on the whiteboard. Currently, they all look great. Love it. Looking good. Give you about 10 more seconds. Oh, no. No worries, Kim. All right. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and wait until your name's up there. Awesome, Adrian, see you. Ariana, see you. Looking good. Okay, I'll go ahead. Looking good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started soon, guys. It's not the end of the world if you don't get logged in right away. It'll log you in eventually, okay? So don't worry. Are you ready? I still don't see Zoe on the board. Where are you, Zoe? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I don't want to waste any more time. Oh, there you are. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, Unit 1 review, here we go. Are we ready? What percentage of your grade is attendance to live classes? Options are red 40, blue 25, yellow 10, green 15. Sorry, Angelina, I'm trying to read them out loud to you because I know that your board is not working right now. Looks like you're having a bunch of tech lag. Looking good. Get your answers up there. Awesome, guys. So most of us said 10%, and that is correct. So attending live classes in person, meaning actually logging in and attending, is 10% of your grade. Awesome. Alyssa in the lead, Adrian following, Zoe in third. What are the two largest categories of assignments in this class? Oh, awesome, Angelina. Red, attendance and exams. Blue, quizzes and exams. Yellow, attendance and Star 360. Green, quizzes and labs. Go ahead, get your answer up there. This can kind of be a tricky one. Think carefully. Think back to the graph I show you every day. Awesome, I see your answer, Annalise. Thank you. Perfect. This one is actually going to be quizzes and labs. These are the two largest categories. Sienna in the lead, Adrian following, Sarah in third, switching it up here. So let me make sure that this makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and show you, right? So labs are 25%, quizzes are 40%, attendance is 10%, right? So these are the two largest ones. Let me know if that makes sense, right? Red is it's starting to, blue is no, and yellow is yes. Awesome. Thank you, Annalise. Looking good. 5 seconds left. Get your answer in there. Again, if you're not sure about something, you can always just press a random button so you get your extra credit. Awesome. All right, so what is the most important tab on the course page? Think about the course page. Which one is the most important tab? So red progress, blue plan, yellow content, or green grades? Which one is the most important? Awesome, Annalise knows for sure. I love the confidence. 10 seconds. Again, just choose a random one if you have to. Just make sure you answer so you can get your extra credit. Any answer. Awesome. Lots of us are very confident in this. Grades is definitely the most important tab, and I'll show you why that is in a few moments. So Sienna in the lead, Adrian following, and Destiny is on a streak right now. Awesome, catching up to third. So let's make sure that this makes sense, guys. Again, the grades tab does contain your grades, obviously, as well as the links to all of the assignments and recordings. So it's a one-stop shop for everything you need. Let me know if this makes sense, right? Red, it's starting to, blue, no, yellow, yes. Go ahead, get that in there. About 10 seconds left. Let's go, let's go. Because why wouldn't the background be The Last Airbender? No, it's because at the beginning of class I asked you about your guys' favorite animated shows, and The Last Airbender is one of mine. Yeah. All right. Awesome, guys. Looking good. Okay, Sienna in the lead. Let's see if we can try to catch up to Sienna. So definition, smallest unit of complete matter. What is the term? Okay, red atom, blue element, yellow matter, green molecule. I do try to get the pictures to kind of match up, right? So this one's smallest unit of matter. Momo's super small. Awesome, Annalise. 5 seconds left, guys. Let's go. Again, if you're not sure, just pick one so that you get your extra credit. There we go. Yes, an atom is the smallest unit of complete matter. Meaning complete as in if you tried to break an atom even more, it would no longer be complete matter. Okay, so we'll talk about that a little bit more. Edgar in second, sorry, Adrian took away the lead. Edgar in second, Kim in third. So we've got so much switching up happening right now. Okay, something that cannot be broken down into a different substance like gold. What is the term? Okay, red matter, blue element, yellow molecule, green atom. Something that can't be broken down into a different substance. Different substance. Awesome, Annalise, I see your answer. All right, guys. Haley, go ahead, make sure you join our game, right? Go to kahoot.it, and our pin for today is 278898. Oh, okay, no worries. I can open up a private chat for you. 1 second. Here you go. Just make sure you answer every question in the private chat then. Cool. Yes, an element is something that can't be broken down into a different substance. So for example, if you take gold and you keep on trying to divide gold in half and half and half and half, eventually what you end up with is just an atom of gold, right? So it's still gold. Smiley faces if that makes sense. Yes, I know, Annalise, you were right the first time. Don't doubt yourself. All right, Edgar in the lead, Adrian following. Looks like they're battling it out right now. Kim in third, and Adriana is catching up. I like it. Let's make sure that this makes sense, guys. So again, matter, anything made of atoms has mass. Atom, smallest unit of complete matter. Molecule is if we take 2 or more atoms and create something unique. And an element can't be broken down into a different substance. All right. Oh no, Haley, you can always do it on your computer as well. You can go to kahoot.it and like Google Chrome or Firefox as well. That's always an option. Obviously though, you might be a little bit behind in points right now. All right, looking good. I love it. Okay, so let's see if we can catch up to Edgar. Substances that can be separated physically are mixtures or pure. If they can be separated physically, are they mixtures red or blue pure? Pure. Pure. Separated physically. Separated physically. I know. Just the inner cat in me coming out. 10 seconds left, guys. Again, if you're not sure, just answer. Just do your best. 50-50 chance. All right, the correct answer here is actually mixtures. All right, so mixtures are things that you can separate physically. Think about like a cookie. You can physically separate out the little pieces, the little chocolate chips, okay? All right, Edgar in the lead. Adrian's still following. Kim still in third. Michael is climbing. A mixture that is not uniform throughout is red heterogeneous or blue homogeneous. It's not uniform, meaning the different parts are different. Think about a pizza, right? The crust is different from the center. Oh no, Annalise. All right, Haley, still waiting on an answer from you, or did you join the game? Okay. Gotcha. Cool, yes, this is going to be heterogeneous. Remember, hetero, this first suffix hetero means what? Tell me in the chat box. What does heterogeneous mean? Yes, it means different, right? So if it's not uniform, it means the different parts, or each part is different, right? As opposed to homogeneous, homogeneous means each part is the same. Think about like if we dissolve sugar and water, it's still sugar and water just mixed together, but the top of that is going to be the same as the bottom of it. Okay, smiley faces if that makes sense. Heterogeneous, each part is different. Homogeneous, each part is the same. Awesome, looking good. All right, Edgar in the lead, Adrian following, Vega in third. Uh-oh, Kim. All right, let's make sure that this makes sense. All right, mixtures, physically separated without needing chemical reactions, right? So we can crush rock, we can shred wood, we can evaporate water from salt, right? And heterogeneous, all the parts are different. Homogeneous, all the parts are the same. Let me know if that makes sense. 15 seconds. Red, no. Blue, it's starting to. Yellow, yes. Let me know if that makes sense. Perfect. All right, guys. Let's go ahead, keep on going. Substances that can be separated chemically but not physically are they mixtures or are they pure? This one you should be pretty good at based on process of elimination. Separated chemically but not physically. Right, so physically you can't pull them apart, but they could undergo a chemical reaction. Right? Physically, you can't pull them apart, but they could undergo a chemical reaction. Yes, these ones are going to be pure, right? We'll go ahead and we'll go over that in a few moments. Let's see what we've got. Edgar, Adrian, and Kim. Kim fighting back. Zoe making a comeback. I love it. Copper is an example of a pure, is it element or compound? Is copper an example of a pure element or compound? Go ahead, grab it. Jeremy, you're almost on the leaderboard. Awesome, Annalise. Awesome, Haley. I see your guys' answers. Thank you. Oh, no. That's so sad, Kim. Yes, this one is going to be a pure element. Anything that you see on the periodic table is an element. So hydrogen, helium, gold, silver, copper, zinc, all of those things are pure elements because they're only made up of one type of atom. Okay, smiley faces if that makes sense. Smiley faces if that makes sense. Edgar in the lead. Oh my gosh. Love it. All right, so let me go ahead and show you guys what this means, right? So again, pure substances, you can't pull them apart physically, right? So even things like compounds are considered pure because you can't break apart the bonds physically. You can't go in and tear water apart into its separate pieces. You could break it down chemically though, right? So you could do a chemical reaction with it. Elements, on the other hand, right, so they're pure and they chemically are made up of just a single type of atom. Awesome, Haley. Looking good. All right. Let's keep going. Edgar in the lead, Vega in second. Oh, Adrian, yeah, you gotta answer faster, apparently. A cookie is an example of a homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture, pure compound, pure element. What do you think? A cookie is an example of a... Awesome, Annalise, I see your answer. Yeah, it could also be that there's a little bit of lag with the computers, right, Ariana? It's gingerbread avatar, guys. Isn't that super cute? Hold on, you guys need to see that closer. Look at Toph. All right, yes, in this case, this is a heterogeneous mixture. Remember, mixtures I can separate physically by like separating out the pieces of chocolate chips, right? But it's also heterogeneous, right? Because, for example, the bottom of a cookie is not the same as the top of a cookie. Hetero meaning different, okay? All right, Sienna in a streak, awesome. Edgar in the lead, Vega in second, Adrian in third. So sugar, C6H12O6, is an example of is it a pure element, pure compound, heterogeneous mixture, or a homogeneous mixture? Annalise, Haley, make sure I get your answers, please. Oh no, Tucker. Love it, thank you, Haley, I see yours. Yes, this one is actually going to be a pure compound because sugar, right, you can't physically break sugar apart into something different than sugar, right? Smiley faces if you guys understand that. You can't go in there and physically try to tear sugar crystals apart and create something different, right? It's still just going to be sugar, right? However, it's made up of more than one type of atom, right? It's made up of bonded carbons and hydrogens and oxygens, and therefore it can't be a pure element. It must be a pure compound, right? Yeah, exactly. All right, Edgar in the lead, Adrian in second, Vega in third. Let's see here. Salt water is an example of a pure element, pure compound, homogeneous mixture, or a heterogeneous mixture. Salt water made up of salt and water. Is it the same? Is it different? Can it be separated physically? I don't know, by maybe evaporation? 10 seconds left. Awesome, Haley, I see yours. Annalise, I see yours. Oh no, Edgar! This one's tricky. Salt water is actually a homogeneous mixture, guys. Remember, salt water is salt dissolved in water, but I can physically separate them apart. That's why it's still considered a mixture, right? We could physically evaporate and separate out the water and the salt. Smiley faces if that makes sense. Water and salt mixed together are still just water and salt. They're nothing new. That's why they're not an element or a compound. They're actually two things mixed together. Okay, they're a mixture. But the top of a glass of salt water is going to taste the same as the bottom of a glass of salt water, and therefore it's homogeneous. It's the same top and bottom, okay? Same in every spot. Awesome, guys. Edgar in the lead, Adrian following, Vega in third. Does this make sense, guys? So again, homogeneous mixture like salt water, heterogeneous mixture like cookies, elements are like copper, compounds are like sugar. Oh, interesting, Sienna. Maybe my answer key is incorrect. I don't know. I know, game days are awesome. They're so much more fun. I love learning too, but game days are especially fun. Awesome, guys. All right, let's keep on going. Edgar in the lead, Adrian following, and Vega in third. Sorry, conservation, this should not say conversation. Conservation of matter and energy states that the amount of matter and energy in the universe, is it red decreases, blue increases, or yellow stays the same? 20 seconds. Conservation, not conversation. Oh no, Ariana, what happened? Awesome, Annalise, I see yours. Haley, yes, I see yours too. Awesome. 5 seconds, guys. Remember, just click, get an answer. Yes, conservation. The word conserve literally means to keep the same. So conservation of matter and energy says that the amount of matter and energy stays the same. It's neither created nor destroyed. You don't get new stuff, you don't delete stuff. All right, Edgar in the lead, Adrian second, Vega in third. Does this make sense, guys? So matter and energy, they don't magically appear and disappear. They can change forms, but the total quantity is always going to be the same. Total quantity will always be the same. So even though hydrogen and oxygen can make water, the total amount of hydrogen and oxygen still is the same even when it changes into water. Same thing with electrical energy. It might come off as heat and light, but it's still the same amount. Okay, let me know if that makes sense. Oh no, Kim. Awesome, guys. All right, chemical changes, Create new substances red or do not create new substances blue. Chemical changes. 10 seconds left. Awesome, Haley. Awesome, Annalise. I see your answers. All right, chemical changes actually do create new substances. Chemical changes means the chemicals themselves change, right? So hydrogen and hydrogen and oxygen will change to create a different chemical, which is water. Smiley faces if that makes sense. Okay? We're switching things around, we're creating different substances. Awesome. Okay, so Edgar in the lead, Adrian following, Vega in third. What is an example of a physical change? A physical change. Okay, so physical change, on the other hand, means we don't create a new substance. We don't create a new substance. So is it red, freezing water, or blue, lighting a match on fire? Oh no, Sophia. Okay, try to get logged back in. See if you can try to get back in. Oh no, Alyssa. Kim, I'm glad you find it easy. Awesome, Annalise, I see yours. Haley, make sure I get your answer. 5 seconds. Yes, freezing water is a physical change because the chemical itself does not change. For example, guys, is ice still H2O? Is ice still H2O? Yes, absolutely, it's still H2O, and that is why it is only a physical change if it's frozen. Okay? Mikey's making a comeback. I like it. Oh no, Adrian, someone else got ahead of you. Sienna in third. Oh my gosh. We got it, guys. Does this make sense? All right, let me go ahead and make sure. Right, chemical changes mean we make new substances, like when we light a match on fire. Physical changes are when we keep it the same substance, like freezing water. Let me know if that makes sense. Only 10 seconds left. Again, just make sure you're clicking. As long as you're clicking them, you will get your extra credit. But if I see you're not participating, you won't get your extra credit. Got to make sure that you're clicking. Awesome, guys. No worries, Haley. All right. Let's see if we can catch up to Edgar. A fluid with high viscosity, will it flow quickly or flow slowly? This is from our lab yesterday. High viscosity, will it flow quickly or flow slowly? Yes, don't give up. Don't give up. You can always get more points. Except for the last question, actually. You can't get more points on the last question. But you can on this one and the next one. And everyone gets extra credit, so I mean, everyone wins, really. All right. Yes, high viscosity, guys. Remember the word viscosity means resistance. So high viscosity means high resistance. So it flows slowly. It resists moving. Just like if someone was trying to push you and you resisted, you would move slowly. Smiley faces if that makes sense. High viscosity, high resistance means you actually move slow. Awesome. All right. Vega in the lead, Sienna following, Edgar in third. Awesome. Viscosity is... Does this mean this is a chemical property or a physical property? Red chemical, blue physical. Think about our honey from yesterday, right? Our honey, we were able to make it flow at different viscosities, but was it a chemical property where it changed the honey, or was it a physical property where the honey stayed the same chemical? Awesome. This is actually a physical property, guys. This is a physical property because the honey does not change the actual chemicals. So even though it flows faster or slower, it's still honey. Smiley faces if that makes sense. If it stays the same substance, it's a physical property. Awesome. Let's make sure we understand that. So Vega in the lead, Sienna in second, Edgar in third. Tucker is the highest climber. Let's make sure that this makes sense. Right, so again, viscosity is resistance to flow. So high viscosity actually means it flows slowly. Low viscosity means fast. And this is a physical change, right? Even if you change the temperature of honey to change its viscosity, it's still honey, okay? Nothing new is being formed, so it's just a physical change. 10 seconds left. Make sure you participate. 1. Awesome. Loving it. All right, guys, so that being said, let's go ahead and get our results here. So Vega, you were the winner today. We had Sienna in second, Edgar in third, Adrian in fourth, and Alyssa in fifth. Go ahead and give everyone a round of applause. You guys did awesome today. I'm going to go ahead and save these really quickly. Let me go ahead and say, hello, save. Okay, maybe I'll save this. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing for a moment while this figures out what it's doing. Okay, 1 second, guys. Okay, so what's today's date, guys? The 7th? Definitely almost just wrote down that it was 2012. Oops. All right, guys. Yes, great job, everyone. Okay, so that being said, guys, here is your last word, and we are all set today. We get to go 5 minutes early. Thanks so much, and I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone. No, you would have been fine, Annalise. You got a whole bunch of them correct. You did awesome. All right. Bye, everyone. See you later. Have a great day. All right, go ahead, log out, guys. I do need to start.